everybody. Welcome back to the Pallet Bar. We've got another episode of Between Two Pallets prepared for you. I'm Jamin. This is my good buddy Micah, lover of beautiful women and dogs alike.
In completely different ways.
You're a dog lover too.
I do. I do love some dogs.
Yeah. So. But what's been happening?
Man, just living the dream.
Living the dream. Yeah, we've been hanging out here at the Pallet Bar, having a good time. Lots of cool events we've had here recently. Oh, yeah. We've had some Singo Bingo. We've had some trivia. We've had some fly tying events and stuff. Just been hanging out. Weather's been terrible. We're almost at the end of it, folks. We
Hopefully
get through this last week of nastiness, I think.
Yeah, I think if we get past this push coming this week, then
yeah,
we'll be into the good weather.
Yes,
or getting close to it at least.
But yeah, like I said, we've got here Wednesdays, as always, trivia with our buddy Brad. We've been doing some Singo Bingoing.
Yeah,
every other Tuesday,
and we've got a lot of positive reviews, a lot of positive feedback on it. The weather kind of stamped it last time.
It sucks to launch that in the middle of winter like this, but we need you guys to show up to this if we want to keep it around.
Yeah.
Through the summer and whatnot.
And I was speaking personal experience. I had a blast the first one we had. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to have this place packed though for it to be like super fun though.
It'll be.
The next one's on the 25th, February 25th. So mark your calendars. We'll have an event on our Facebook page.
Absolutely.
I haven't done it yet, but I'll do it. I'll put it on there. We do Thirsty Thursdays. That's something we don't talk about on here.
Yeah,
very often.
Yeah, in fact, I think maybe I don't know if we've ever brought it up, have we?
No, I don't think so. We do 30% off flights and buckets.
Yes.
Which is a pretty good deal. We have Busch Light, Ultra, and Bud Light.
Yep, we do.
With that. And knock yourself out on the buckets on Thursday and get a flight. Try out some new stuff, which is what we're going to do.
Exactly. I've not had any of these at all, which is very rare.
Well, I've had McChouffe.
Yeah.
But, so we're going to get some check-ins here. We're going to talk about some cans and bottles we have. And we've been getting complaints that we haven't been tasting beers on here. Where's the beer tasting? People were saying.
I mean, they've got a point. Yeah. They've got a point.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But we're going to do it today. Let's start off with a new beer that I saw and got excited about and decided to get put on from Country Boy. In Lexington. This is a Mocha Latte Porter.
Oh, yeah. Old Josh, this is for you, sir.
Yes.
I'd say Josh, one of the best beer reps. I mean, he knows everything about his product, what's coming out, and he's just a good stand-up guy.
And Country Boy's a great brewery, too. I mean, they're putting out good stuff like that. It's easy to be a good rep.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. That's right up my alley there. Of course, I tend to gravitate towards the darker beers myself. But it's dark, but it's
and
light.
Cocoa nibs.
Yeah.
Is what's in this, and that's sort of like I like a good espresso beer. I like espresso.
Man, I could drink
a little kick of caffeine in that too.
Like right now, I could sit there and drink a full one and be happy.
It's a good winter beer right there for sure.
Okay.
If you've been in the bar lately, you've probably seen me drinking two beers. One is Strataway, and we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But the other one is some Swish from Rusty Rail. Rusty Rail, right?
It is.
So it's basically a Swedish fish sour beer.
Completely different than what we just drank.
Yes. We're taking a left turn here. I don't think I've ever had Swedish fish candy.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm aware of them. I know what it is, but I have no frame of reference on this beer here. I can't tell if it tastes like Swedish fish or not, but it's really good. I've had it, and I've been drinking it pretty steady lately. But I'm interested to see what you think about
it. Okay, that is way better than the candy.
Is it really?
Yeah. I mean, the candy's really a lot of nothing as far as flavor wise, but that's really good.
Yeah, it is. It's got this cool I want to say like vanilla finish to it or something. It could be
It's
lactose
very,
or something.
it's kind of like sherbet.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a sherbet.
A little bit, yeah,
taste,
maybe.
but
it's very interesting. It's really good. It's like candy.
Yeah.
And that's a 6% sour beer from a friend's Rusty Rail there, and it's called Swish. A new beer from our friends in Charleston at Fife Street Brewery.
See, I was excited about this one.
This could be good, or it could be crazy. But this is a French Creek Freddie. It's a 5.1% farmhouse saison. It says lemon lime character with mild cracked pepper with a clean finish.
It smells fresh. Like
it's pretty, should be fresh. It's a brand new beer.
Well, I meant like a spring morning fresh type of, like crisp is the way it goes.
Man, that's not too bad there. I'm not a huge saison fan. It's definitely got a little lemon lime to it.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of like the funk that you expect from a saison. At least I'm not getting a lot of it, but still it's true to the style.
And it might be slightly peppery in the middle there.
I'm getting the pepperiness kind of a little bit on the end of it, and everything, but it's enough to just kind of tingle your tongue, which it's intriguing.
It is. It's
like
refreshing.
I just want to keep drinking it.
I know. I would drink a bunch of this. With these, you never know what you're going to get when the descriptions talk about lemon lime and pepper.
And a lot of times though, when people see that description, they associate the flavor with the artificial flavors that they're used to, like a lemon. You see lemon lime, a lot of people think, "Oh, Sprite." Mm-hmm. If you've ever actually mixed lemon lime together, it doesn't taste like Sprite. But that's unique. That's interesting. So,
yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of like the lemon basil one that they had. But it's distinctly different though. Mm-hmm. It just puts me in that same.
This is better than that.
Mindset.
This is good beer.
Yeah, I like this one better. I do.
I'd give that a solid 4.0 right there, probably. Next, we want to do one of my favorite beers of all time.
Yep.
From Brasserie de McChouffe is the old McChouffe. And me and my buddies used to drink this all the time back in the day. This was first brewed in 1982. Of course, we weren't drinking it in the 80s, but just a few years ago. This is an 8% Belgian strong brown ale, I believe. And boy, is it delightful.
It smells very caramely. Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Try it out there and talk about it.
Well, I can definitely see why that is a sought after beer. It not only has a caramely smell, it's got that taste too. But
it doesn't sit too heavy. It's just kind of,
It's good, huh?
Yeah, it's not like a lot of stuff that you get.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Yeah, very caramel.
And it's not as heavy as most like brown ales when you think about it.
Too, yeah.
That's 8%.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely wouldn't have been able to tell you that.
So the reason we haven't had McChouffe and other beers like that, European style beers, is because we haven't had a European style coupler.
Yeah.
And there's 2 or 3 of them. We should have done this 5 years ago. I don't know why we didn't. It took me like 30 seconds to change it the other day. And this here is what's called a beer coupler. And this sits on top of your keg, and then you have your air hose that runs here, and your beer comes out the top. And you use this lever to, cinch it down or whatever.
Yep.
And that's essentially how it works. So all of ours have been D-style couplers, D-system, whatever it's called. D maybe for domestic, I don't know what it's called. But 99 out of 100 beers, in the United States is in a D-style keg. But these beers coming in from Belgium, Germany, what have you, over in Europe, often they have either an A style, which is what McChouffe is. This one's an S right here, I believe. and we haven't used this one yet. But we have these now, which is cool, and we'll be able to have these new European beers, or old European beers, really what they are. They're very old beers, rotating in on our menu now, which is, I'm pretty stoked about it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you get a lot of different, takes. It's like you travel around this country, you get different cuisines from different, areas. Same thing with the world. You have your Italian cuisine, Mexican cuisine, this, that, and the other, and then it's the same way with beers and alcohols and everything, really. And to have that is just another offering that we can bring to
absolutely. We're obviously all about craft beers, but we're about local beers, and we've been pushing those for the last 5 years. But to be a true craft beer location, especially place, to spread your wings there and get lots of as much different varieties you possibly can, and that includes the old stuff from across the pond.
Exactly.
So I'm stoked that the first one we got was McChouffe, because I think it's an awesome beer. I love the gnomes and I love the little bottles that come in and everything.
I just think the name's awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool name, and it's a good beer. It's a good brown ale. I like brown ales.
I mean, that was the first time that I had it, and it took me a minute to formulate, because it's different than what like a brown ale you'll get here. It's not. Yeah. It seemed to drink easier, but it was higher ABV than most that you see, and.
So let's talk about some cans and bottles here. We got. Let's see, which one you want to do first? You want to do some Magners here?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's crack it open.
Let's try it. This is one that people requested through you, right?
Oh, like a lot. I probably had more requests for this. Well, I've definitely had more requests for this than any other cider ever. And as soon as Bunny there at Mountain State told me that they were getting it in, I was like, we're definitely going to need that, because we've got so many, and our sales on it, if you look at the cooler, we've almost gone through everything we ordered.
People are drinking it like crazy.
So
people are been all about it. I did some homework on it, and it looks like was first brewed, or from a recipe that was first brewed in like 1935, which is pretty wild.
That's interesting. I did not know that.
Yep. Learn something new every day.
Man, I have not had this. So I used to work with a friend of mine down there when I used to be a manager at GameStop in Barbersville, and Fran loved it. And anytime she would go out of state, go to Ohio, go to Pennsylvania, or anywhere she get it, she would grab it. Or if I was out, she'd be like, "If they have Magners, can you grab me some Magners and bring it back?" And I was like, "Absolutely."
So this is a Magners Irish Cider.
Yeah. Let me flip that around. So it's just like I remember it. It's not, a lot of the ciders you get like kind of a rotted apple taste from a lot of the hard ciders. Not this. This is just like, it's a good quality cider. It's clean. It's crisp. It's not, doesn't give you any kind of like, I don't know. It's great for a summertime, just sitting out there. Yeah. It's really good.
We need to do more ciders here. There's a lot of people out there that like ciders.
I will tell you too,
this was requested.
They are carrying it in kegs and stuff too, so we can order kegs of it and everything.
Yeah, I've been working on. I've been rotating them, a couple of them here, and we're going to try to dedicate a tap to ciders, which would be awesome. But there's not a ton of them available in kegs. I mean,
there's not a lot that are keg. Most of them are sold in bottles, but this is one that Bunny did confirm to me that they are. They only got a couple kegs in this first go round because they just started carrying it and everything. But that's going to increase as sales increase, as things do. The more it sells, if there's a demand for it, they're going to do everything they can to meet the demand. So.
Yeah, we'll definitely be keeping this in the coolers. And like I said, try to get some on tap too.
Yep.
Try to dedicate a tap to a cider. People love ciders. I assume cider season might be rolling around here with spring, maybe. I don't know. When cider season? Summer, fall, winter?
Well, actually, both. But it's different. It's different types of ciders. You have more of your ciders like this for spring, summertime, easy type drinking, and then so ciders like beer. There's a lot of variation with them and stuff.
So let's talk about Ludicrous Speed.
Oh, absolutely. This is one of, if not the best beers that comes out of High Ground, in my opinion. Now, my favorite is Coltrane that they make.
That's on tap right now.
Yep. But that's hard.
Wild.
That's hard to beat.
It's a take on. It's a parody of Spaceballs, which is a parody of Star Wars. So, and it's called Ludicrous Speed.
But
watch the movie.
Spaceballs is better than Star Wars, hands down. Fight me.
So then we had to do some homework on Schwartz beer because we kind of thought that was like a made-up form of beer for the Schwartz, you know. So, well, I looked it up, and it's actually a real style of beer, and it's similar to a dark lager or a dunkel, and that's how it is. It's pretty good. It's very dark. I mean, it's like black, and super smooth. Goes down like a dunkel, and we have it in cans.
I'm a huge fan of it. It's so good.
It is. It's legit. So grab you one, ask for a glass at the bar, and go to town on it. That's good stuff. And then we have some new stuff from Weather Ground. Not some new stuff, but some
classics.
Yes.
Like it. We were talking right before we started filming with Strataway that, like, every time I drink that beer, it's better than it's a sleeper beer. I forget about it.
It's better, yeah.
It's so good every time I drink it.
So I'm telling you right now, this is the best beer in the house. Right. You can get it in cans. We have it on tap. It's probably getting pretty low there though, because I've probably drank half of it myself. But it is that good.
Yep.
It's so good. It's got Strata hops in it, which I feel like you don't see a lot. But it's, man, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it's a hazy IPA, and it's just one of those ones that you drink and you're like, it's like next level, and you're like,
yeah, it's good.
You have to stand up and walk around your chair and sit back down, because it's blowing your mind.
Well, it's funny because, like I said, I forget how good it is every time, and I'm surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised. It's that way every time I drink it.
Yeah, well, I think Sam and him only brew it once a year,
and it's just
long enough to forget about it. Then you're like, oh, Strataway, it's so good, I can't remember. Like you have to ask yourself that with any Weather Ground beer.
But then
they
are pretty consistent. Like, yeah. So and then
we need more of it.
Next up, we got more Haggard than Haggard, which
happens to be
our beer of the week. I'm not sure who chose that one as their beer of the week. They didn't put their name on the board, but I can't disagree with them. That's a good one.
Classic beer. It's been a while since we had that one too, and I was just wondering when that's going to come back around again.
Yeah.
But finally did, and it's a pretty good batch. But yeah, knock yourself out with some more Haggard than Haggard back in town. Cans.
Yeah, cans, draft.
And on tap.
Yeah.
But Micah, that's about all we got here on the list for this episode.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we filmed one.
It has.
So,
we've tried to be working on getting out of town and do some road trips and stuff, and it just hasn't worked out. But we haven't given up on it.
Yeah,
we're still working on it. We'll eventually do it.
A lot of it's due to the weather and stuff like that. But I mean, it's not like there's an expiration date on when we gotta. We can get it all figured out one way or the other. So.
Our producers are all over us. This episode's not.
I tell you. Our producers are kind of dropping the ball.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Come and see us at the Pallet. We'll see you in here next time. Thanks.